Can't sleep?
Jesus, you scared me.
Sorry.
What are you doing here?
Checking up on you. Why aren't you in bed?
Your student is still here. He's up in your study.
Oh, well, he can let himself out.
Might as well wait up till he's done.
You know, he's not my student anymore. He's teaching now. Bright kid.
What time is it?
Almost 1.
Huh.
After midnight.
So?
So? Happy birthday!
Dad!
Do I ever forget?
Thank you.
25. I can't believe it.
Neither can I. Should we have it now?
That's up to you.
Yes.
Ah, you want me to open it?
No. Last time you opened the bottle of champagne out here, you broke a window.
Oh, that was a long time ago. I resent you bringing that up.
You're lucky you didn't lose an eye.
25.
I feel old.
You're a kid.
Glasses?
Oh, damn it, I forgot the glasses. You want me to just go and...
Nah.
I hope you like it. I didn't know what to get you.
Oh, this is the worst champagne I have ever tasted.
Yeah. I take pride in the fact that I know nothing about wine. You know those people walking around always talking about vintages? Ugh.
It's not even champagne.
The bottle is the right shape.
Huh, Great Lakes Vineyards. I didn't know they made wine in Wisconsin.
Yeah, a girl drinking from the bottle shouldn't complain. Don't guzzle it. It's a delicate beverage, dear. Pinky, sip.
Do you want some?
Nah, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday to me.
Hey, what are you going to do on your birthday?
Drink this. Have some.
No, really. I hope you're not going to spend it alone.
I'm not alone.
Oh, I don't count.
Why not?
Because I'm your old man. Go out with some friends.
Right.
Your friends aren't taking you out?
No.
Why not?
Because in order for your friends to take you out, you generally have to have friends. It's funny how that works.
Well, wait, you have friends. What about that cute little blonde? Ooh, what's her name?
What?
They lived over on Ellis. Oh, you were together all the time.
Cindy Jacobson?
Cindy Jacobson, yeah.
That was in 3rd grade, Dad. Her family moved to Florida in 1981.
Ah, well. What about Claire?
She's not my friend, she's my sister. And she's in New York. And I don't like her.
I thought she was coming in.
Not till tomorrow.
Well then, my advice, if you find yourself awake late at night with nothing to do, is to sit down and do some mathematics.
Please.
Come on, we can do something together.
No.
Why not?
I can't think of anything worse. You sure you don't want me?
No, thanks. You used to love it.
Not anymore.
You knew what a prime number was before you could read.
Now I've forgotten.
Don't waste your talent, Catherine.
And I knew you'd say something like that.
I know, you've had a difficult time.
Thanks.
That's not an excuse. Don't be lazy.
I haven't been lazy. I've been taking care of you.
Ah, kid, I've been watching you. You sleep till noon, you eat junk, you don't work, the dishes pile up in the sink. When you go out, it's to buy magazines. You come home with a stack of magazines that high. How do you read that crap? And those are the good days. Some days you don't get out of bed.
No, those are the good days.
Bullshit. Those are the days you wasted. You threw them away. Right along with all of the discoveries you didn't make, the answers you didn't get, the solutions you didn't find, all because you were moping in your bed until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Honey, you know I'm right.
So I've lost a few days.
How many?
I don't know.
I bet you do.
What?
I bet you count.
Knock it off.
Well, do you know or don't you?
I don't.
How many?
A month. Around a month.
Exactly.
I don't know.
How many days have you lost?
33 days.
Exactly.
God damn it. I don't know.
Come on, Catherine, be precise.
I slept till noon today.
Okay, so we'll call it 33 and a quarter days.
Sure.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh my God! That's an amazing number!
It's a depressing fucking number.
Catherine, if the number of days you say you lost for a year, that would be an amazingly interesting number.
That 33 and a quarter years is not interesting.
You know what I'm talking about.
1,729 weeks.
1,729, a great number! The smallest number expressible.
Expressible is a sum of two cubes in two different ways.
12 cubed plus 1 cubed equals 1,729.
And 10 cubed plus 9 cubed. Yes, we've got it. Thank you.
Ah, you see that? Even your depression is mathematical. Ah, stop moping. My God, the potential you have.
I haven't done anything good.
You're young. You've got time.
I do.
Yes.
By the time you were my age, you were famous.
By the time I was your age, I had already done my best work.
What about after?
After what?
After you got sick.
What about it?
Well, you couldn't work then.
No. If anything, I was better.
Dad.
No, really, the clarity was amazing. There were no doubts.
You were happy?
Yes, I was busy.
Not the same thing.
I don't see the difference. If I wanted to think about something all day long, I did that. If I wanted to work on a problem all day long, I did that. The complicated messages, they were all around me. They were in the air. They were in a pile of leaves that some neighbor raked together. They were in the box score in the newspaper. I could see them coming off of the steam in a cup of coffee. The whole world was talking to me. And if I just wanted to close my eyes on the back porch and sit and listen for the messages, I did that. It was wonderful.
How old were you when it started?
Mid-20s? 24, 20. Is that what has you worried?
I've thought about it.
Oh, Catherine, just getting a year older doesn't mean anything.
It's not just getting older.
It's me.
I've thought about it.
Really?
How can I not?
Well, honey, if that's what has you worried, then you're just not keeping up with the medical literature. There are so many other factors involved. It's not just hereditary. Just because I went bug house doesn't mean that you will.
Dad.
Listen to me. Your early 20s, they come at you fast. They shake you up. You've been through a rough spell. You've had a tough couple of weeks, months. Nobody knows that better than me. But you're going to be all right.
I am?
Yes. I promise. Just push yourself. Don't read so many magazines. Get the machinery going again, and I swear to God, you will be fine. The mere fact that we can talk about this, that's a good sign.
A good sign?
Yes.
How can it be a good sign?
Because crazy people don't sit around wondering if they're nuts.
They don't.
No, we have more important things to do. Take it from me. A good sign that you're crazy is the inability to ask the question, am I crazy?
Even if the answer is yes?
Crazy people don't ask.
I see.
But if you were asking.
I'm not.
No, I know. But if you were asking, that would be a good sign.
A good sign?
A good sign that you're fine.
Right.
All we have to do is talk about these things. Come on, let's call it a night. You go upstairs, get some sleep, In the morning, we'll get to...
Wait, no,
What's wrong?
it doesn't work.
Why not?
It doesn't make sense.
Sure it does.
No.
Well, where's the problem?
The problem is you are crazy.
So what?
So you just admitted it. You told me that you are.
Yeah, but...
You said a crazy person would never admit that.
Oh. Yeah. I see.
So?
That's a point.
So how can you admit it?
Well, because... I'm also dead. Aren't I?
You died a week ago.
Heart failure. Quick. Funeral's tomorrow.
That's why Claire is flying in from New York.
Yes.
But you're standing here. You're giving me advice. You brought me champagne.
Yes.
Which means
For you,
yes.
which means for you, my daughter Catherine, whom I love, it could be a bad sign.
What?
Sorry, did I wake you?
What?
Were you asleep?
You scared me. For Christ's sakes, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it had gotten so late. I'm done for the night.
Good.
Drinking alone?
Yes.
Champagne, huh?
Yes.
Celebrated?
No, I just like champagne.
It's festive.
What?
Festive?
Do you want some?
Sure.
I'm done. You can take the rest with you.
Oh, no thanks.
Take it. I'm done.
No, I shouldn't. I'm driving. Well, I can let myself out.
Good.
So when should I come back?
Come back.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near finished. Tomorrow?
We have a funeral tomorrow.
Oh, God, sorry. I was going to attend, if that's all right.
Yes.
So what about Sunday? Will you be around?
You've had 3 days.
I'd like to get some more time in up there.
How much more time do you need?
Another week at least.
Are you joking?
No. Have you seen how much stuff there is?
A week.
I know you don't need anybody in your hair right now. Look, I spent the last couple of days sorting through everything. It's mostly notebooks, and he dated them all. Now that they're in order, I don't have to work from here. I could take some stuff home, read it, bring it back.
No.
I'll be careful.
My father wouldn't want anything moved, and I don't want anything to leave this house.
Then I'll have to work from here. I'll stay out of your way.
You're just wasting your time.
Somebody should read through your dad's papers.
There's nothing up there. It's garbage.
There's 103 notebooks.
Yeah, I've looked at those. It's gibberish.
Somebody should read them.
He was crazy.
Yes, but he wrote them.
He was a graphomaniac, Harold. Do you know what that is?
Yes, it means he wrote compulsively. Call me Hal.
There's no connection between the ideas. There's no ideas. It's like a monkey and a typewriter. 103 notebooks full of bullshit.
Let's make sure it's bullshit.
I'm sure.
I'm prepared to go through every single page. Are you?
No, I'm not crazy.
Look, I gotta go. Some of my friends are in this band. They're playing up at the bar on Diversey. I said I'd be there. They're way down the bill. They want like 2:30.
Great.
They're in the math department. They're really good. They have this great song, you'd love it. It's called I, like lowercase I. They just stand there and don't play anything for 3 minutes.
Imaginary number.
Because it's a math joke, see? See why they're way down the middle?
It's a long drive to see some nerds in a band.
Oh, God, I hate when people say that. It's not that long a drive.
Oh, so they are nerds.
Oh, they are raging geeks. But they're the kind of geeks who can, dress themselves, hold down a job at a major university. Some of them have switched from eyeglasses to contact lenses. They play sports, they play in a band, they get laid surprisingly often. So it kind of makes you rethink those terms, nerd, geek, wonk, dweeb, dilbert, paste eater.
You're in this band, aren't you?
All right, you got me. I play the drums. You want to come? I never sing, I swear to God.
No thanks.
All right. Look, Catherine, what about Monday?
Don't you have a job?
Yeah, I have a full teaching load this quarter, and my own work.
Plus band practice.
I don't have time to do this, but I'm going to, if you'll let me. I loved your dad. I don't believe a mind like his can just shut down. He had lucid moments. I mean, he had a lucid year. A whole year 4 years ago.
It wasn't a year. It's more like 9 months.
A school year. He was advising students. I was stalled on my PhD. I was this close to quitting. I met with your dad, and he set me on the right track with my research. I owe him.
Sorry.
Please. Wait, you're 25, right?
How old are you?
It doesn't matter, just listen.
Fuck you. How old are you?
I'm 28, okay? When your dad was younger than the both of us, he made major contributions to 3 fields. To game theory, to algebraic geometry, to nonlinear operator theory. I mean, he practically invented the mathematical techniques for studying rational behavior. He even gave the astrophysicists plenty to do, okay?
Don't lecture me.
I'm not. I'm just saying, if I came up with like 1/10 of the shit your dad did, I could write my ticket to any math department in the country.
Give me your backpack.
What?
Give me your backpack.
Why?
I want to look inside it.
What?
Give it to me.
Come on.
You're not taking anything out of this house.
I wouldn't do that.
You're hoping to find something upstairs that you can publish,
Sure.
and you can write your own ticket.
No, it would be for your dad. It would be in your dad's name.
I don't believe you. Have a notebook in that backpack.
What are you talking about?
Give it to me.
I think you're starting to sound a little paranoid.
Paranoid?
Yeah, maybe a little.
Fuck you, Hal. I know you have one of my notebooks.
I think you should calm down and think about what you're saying.
I'm saying that you're lying to me and stealing my family's property.
And I'm saying that sounds a little paranoid.
Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean there isn't something in that backpack.
You said yourself there's nothing up there, didn't you? Didn't you say that?
Yes,
Well, then what would I take, right?
you're right.
Thank you.
So you don't need to come back.
Oh, come on, please. Somebody has to look.
I have lived with him. I spent my life with him. I fed him, talked to him, tried to listen when he talked to people who weren't there. Watched him shuffling around like a ghost, a very smelly ghost. He was filthy. I had to make sure he bathed. My own father.
I'm sorry. I
And
should.
after my mother died, it was just me here. I tried to keep him happy no matter what idiotic project he was doing. He used to read all day. He kept demanding more and more books. I took them out of the library by the carload. We had hundreds upstairs. Then one day I realized he wasn't reading. He believed aliens were sending him messages, the Dewey Decimal numbers on the library books. He was trying to work out the code.
What kind of messages?
Beautiful mathematics. The most elegant proofs. Perfect proofs. Proofs like music.
That sounds good.
plus fashion tips and knock-knock jokes. I mean, it was nuts, okay?
He was ill. It was a tragedy.
Later, the writing phase, scribbling 19, 20 hours a day. I bought him a case of notebooks and he used every one. Dropped out of school. I'm glad he's dead.
I understand why you feel that way.
Fuck you.
Sorry, you're right. I can't possibly imagine dealing with that. It's just, I know you.
You don't know me. I want to be alone. I don't want him around.
Him? I don't.
You. I don't want you here.
Why?
He's dead.
But I'm not.
He's dead. I don't need any proteges around.
There will be others.
What?
You think I'm the only one? People are already reading your dad's stuff. Someone is going to read those notebooks.
I'll do it.
No,
He was my father. I'll do it.
you can't.
Why not?
You don't have the math. It's all just squiggles on a page. You wouldn't recognize the good stuff from the junk.
It's all junk.
We couldn't afford to miss anything through carelessness.
I know mathematics.
Anything in there will be pretty high order. It'll take a professional to recognize it.
I think I could recognize it.
Kathy.
What?
I know your dad taught you some basic stuff, but come on.
You don't think I could do it?
I'm sorry. I know you can't do it. Come on, what are you doing? Jeez. This isn't the airport.
You can come tomorrow.
The university health department's good. My mom died a couple of years ago. I was pretty broken up about it. My work was stalled. I met with the doctor. I talked to her for a few months. It really helped.
I'm fine.
You know, exercise is good. I run along the lake a couple of mornings a week. It's still not too cold. I could come by and pick you up if you want to join me. We wouldn't even have to talk.
No. Thanks.
Okay, well, I better go. I'm gonna be late.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like 20 minutes up to the club. We go on, we play, we're terrible, but we buy everybody drinks afterwards to make up for it. You're home by like 4:30 tops.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, wait. Your coat.
Oh no, you don't have to.
I'm paranoid.
Wait.
You think I should go jogging?
Just hold on.
Get out.
Just wait a
Get
minute.
the fuck out of my
Just
house.
Let me explain.
You stole this.
No, I just.
You stole it from me. You stole it from my father.
I want to show you something.
Give it back.
Just hold on.
Call the police.
No, I just borrowed it. Look, I just borrowed it. I saw it when I was coming downstairs. I just want to show you something I saw.
Hello?
No, please, wait.
Hello? Yes, I'd like to report a robbery in progress.
I did it for a reason. I want to show you something
A
you wrote.
robbery.
Will you put the fucking phone down and just listen to me?
Yes, I'm at 5724 South.
I want to show you something you wrote about you. Something about you, okay? Look. See your name? See? Look, Kathy. See? Look. A good day. Some very good news from Kathy. I didn't know what that was referring to. I thought.
When did you write this?
4 years ago? The handwriting is steady. It must have been during his remission. There's more. The machinery not working yet. But there's hope. The machinery. It's what he called his mind. His ability to do mathematics.
I know.
I know I'll get there. I'm an auto mechanic who, after years of greasy work on a hopeless wreck, turns the ignition and hears a faint cough. I'm not driving yet, but there's cause for optimism. Talking to students helps. Also, being outdoors, Eating meals at restaurants, riding the bus, all of the activities of a normal life. But most of all, Kathy. The years she has lost caring for me, I almost wrote wasted. Yet her refusal to let me be institutionalized, her keeping me at home, caring for me herself, has certainly saved my life, has made writing this possible, has made it possible to imagine doing math again. Where does she find her strength? I can never repay her. Today is her birthday. She's 21. I'm taking her to dinner. It's dated September 4th. That's tomorrow.
It's today.
Oh, you're right. I thought you'd want to see it. I shouldn't have tried to sneak it out. I'm sorry. Tomorrow I was... Oh, God, it sounds so stupid now. Tomorrow I was going to wrap it for you and give it to you. Happy birthday.
Better. Much! Thanks. Feel better? Yep. Well, you look a million times better. Have some coffee. Okay. How do you take it? Black. Have a little milk. Do you want a banana? It's a good thing I brought food. There was nothing in this house. I've been meaning to go shopping. Have a bagel. No, I hate breakfast. You didn't put on the dress. Didn't really feel like it. Well, don't you want to try it on? See if it fits. I'll put it on later. If you want to dry your hair, I have a hair dryer. No. Do you use that conditioner I brought you? No, shit, I forgot. Oh, it's my favorite. You'll love it, Katie. I want you to try it. Thanks, I'll use it. You'll like it. It has jojoba. What's jojoba? Something they put in for healthy hair. God, hair is dead. What? It's dead tissue. You can't make it healthy. Whatever. It's something that's good for your hair. What, like a chemical? No, it's organic. Well, it can be organic and still be a chemical. Well, I don't know what it is. Haven't you ever heard of organic chemistry? It makes my hair feel, look, and smell good. That is the extent of my information about it, and you might like it if you decide to use it. Thanks, I'll try it. Good. If the dress doesn't fit, we can go downtown and exchange it. Okay. I'll take you to lunch. Great. Maybe Sunday before I go back. Do you need anything? What, like clothes? Or anything? While I'm here? Nah, cool. I thought we'd have some people over tonight if you're feeling okay. I'm feeling okay, Claire. Stop saying that. You don't have any plans? No. I ordered some food, wine, beer. We're burying Dad this afternoon. I think it will be all right. Anyone who's been to the funeral and wants to come over for something to eat can. Besides, it's the only time I get to see any old Chicago friends. It'll be nice. It's a funeral, but we don't have to be so completely grim about it. That's okay with you. Fine. It's been a stressful time. It'll be good to relax in a low-key way. Mitch says hi. Hi, Mitch. He's really sorry you couldn't come. Yeah, he's gonna miss all the fun. He sends his love. He wanted to see you, but I told him you'd see him soon enough. We're getting married. No shit. Yes, we just decided. Yikes. Yeah. When? January. Huh. It's not going to be a huge thing. These folks are gone too, so just City Hall, and then a big dinner at a favorite restaurant for all of her friends. And you, of course. I hope you'll be in the wedding.
Yeah, of course. Congratulations, Claire. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks. Me too. We just decided it was time. His job is great. I just got promoted. You will come.
Yeah, sure. January? I mean, it's not like I have to check my calendar or anything.
Sure. That makes me very happy. How are you?
Okay.
How are you feeling about everything?
About everything?
About Dad?
What about it?
How are you feeling about his death? Are you all right?
Yes.
Honestly.
I am. Yes.
You know, in some ways, I think it was the right time. If there's ever a right time. Do you know what you want to do now?
No.
Do you want to stay here?
I don't know.
Or do you want to go back to school?
I haven't really thought about
Well,
it.
there's a lot to think about, but how do you feel?
Physically? Great. You know what's up? My hair seems kind of unhealthy. I wish there was something I could do about that.
Come on, Catherine.
What is the point of all these questions?
Katie. Some policemen came by while you were in the shower.
Yeah?
They said they were checking up on things, seeing how everything was this morning.
That was nice.
They said they responded to a call last night. Came to the house.
Yeah?
Did you call the police last night?
Yeah.
Why?
I thought the house was being robbed.
But it wasn't.
No. I changed my mind.
So first you call 911 with an emergency. Then you hang up on them.
I didn't really want them to
So
come.
why did you call?
I was trying to get this guy out of the house.
I'm sorry, who?
One of Dad's students.
Dad hasn't had any students for years.
No, he was Dad's student. Now he's a mathematician.
What was he doing in the house in the first place?
Well, he's been coming by to look at Dad's notebooks.
In the middle of the night?
It was late. I was waiting for him to finish, and then last night I thought he might have been stealing them.
Stealing the notebooks.
Yes, so I told him to go.
Was he stealing them?
Yes, that's why I called the
And
police.
what is this man's name?
Harold. Harold Dobbs.
The police said you were the only one here
Well, he left before they got here.
with the notebooks.
No, Claire, don't be stupid. There are over 100 notebooks. He was only stealing one, but he was stealing it so he could give it back to me, so I let him go, so he could play with his band on the north side.
His band.
Yeah, he was late. He wanted me to come with him, but I was like, yeah, right.
Is Harold Dobbs your boyfriend?
No.
Were you sleeping with him?
What? Oh, no, he's a math geek.
And he's in a band? A rock band?
No, a marching band. He plays trombone. Yes, a rock band.
And what is the name of his band?
How should I know?
Harold Dobbs didn't tell you the name of his rock band?
No, I don't know. Look in the paper. They were playing last night. They do a song called Imaginary Number that doesn't exist.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to understand. So is Harold Dobbs...
Stop saying Harold Dobbs.
Is this person...
Harold Dobbs exists.
I'm sure he does.
He's a mathematician at the University of Chicago. Call the fucking math department.
Don't get upset. I'm just trying to understand. I mean, if you told me some creepy grad student was trying to take some of Dad's papers and you called the police, I'd understand. And if you were out here drinking, partying with your boyfriend, I'd understand. But the two stories don't go together.
Because you made up the boyfriend story. I was here alone.
Harold Dobbs wasn't here.
No. Yes, he was here, but we weren't partying.
You weren't drinking with him.
No.
sitting right here. Who are you drinking champagne with?
With no one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The police said you were abusive. They said you're lucky they didn't haul you in.
Oh, these guys were assholes, Claire. They wouldn't go away. They wanted to fill out a
Were
report.
you abusive?
This one cop kept spitting at me when he talked. It was disgusting.
Did you use the word dickhead?
I don't remember.
Did you tell one cop to go fuck the other cop's mother?
No.
That's what they said.
Not with that phrasing.
Did you strike one of them?
They were trying to
Oh
call me
my
in the
God,
house.
Catherine!
I might have pushed him a little.
They said you were either drunk or disturbed.
They were trying to come in here and search
You
my house.
called them.
Yes, but I didn't actually want them to come, but then they did come. Then they started acting like they owned the place, pushing me around, calling me girly, smirking at me, laughing. They were assholes.
These guys seem perfectly nice. They were off duty and took the trouble to come back here after their shift to check up on you. They were very polite.
Well, people are nicer to you.
Katie, would you like to come to New York?
Yes, I told you, I'll come in January.
You could come sooner. You could stay with us. We would have so much fun.
I don't want to.
You know, Mitch has become an excellent cook. It's like his new hobby now. He goes out and buys all these gadgets, this garlic press, olive oil sprayer. Something different every night. These delicious, wonderful meals. I mean, the other day he made vegetarian chili. The fuck are you talking about? Stay with us a while. We would have so much fun.
Thanks, I'm okay here.
Chicago's dead. New York is so much more fun. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, the fun thing is really not where my focus is at the moment.
I think New York would be a very fun and safe
I
place for
don't
you.
need a safe place, and I don't want to have any fun. I'm perfectly fine here.
You look tired. I think you could use some downtime.
Downtime?
Katie, please, you've had a very hard time.
I am perfectly okay.
I think you're upset and exhausted.
No, I was fine till you got here.
Yes, but
Catherine?
Who's that?
Hey, I was just going.
Harold Dobbs.
Okay, Claire? No, I don't need this. I am fine. I'm perfectly fine that you swoop in here with these questions and, oh, are you okay? And your soothing tone of voice and, oh, the poor policeman. I think the police can handle themselves and bagels and bananas and ho-hova and come to New York and vegetarian chili. It just pisses me off, so just save it.
I'm Claire, Catherine's sister.
Hi, I'm Hal. I'm sorry, I know it's early. I was hoping to work
yes,
before.
come in.
Thank you.
Fine.
That's Harold Dobbs.
Yes.
Oh, he's cute. He's a mathematician.
Think you owe me an apology, Claire?
Look, we have a lot to discuss, but I shouldn't have started with you first thing in the morning. Katie, I don't want to fight. But perhaps Hal would like a bagel.
Oh my God. reception, this might have gotten a little out of control.
Oh, come on, it's great. Come on in.
I'm okay.
We're done playing, I promise.
No thanks.
You want a drink?
I'm okay.
I brought you one.
Okay. So how many people are in there?
Oh, it's down about 40.
40.
Just the hardcore partiers.
Oh, my sister's friends.
No, mathematicians. Your sister's friends left hours ago. You know, the guys were really pleased to be asked to participate. They worship your dad.
It was Claire's idea.
It was good.
You know, the performance of Imaginary Number was actually sort of moving.
It was a good funeral. I mean, not good. But
No. Yeah.
Can you believe how many people came?
I was surprised.
You know, I think your dad would have really liked it. I'm sorry. I know it's not
No.
my place.
You're right. Everything was better than I thought.
You look good.
Oh. Claire gave it to me.
I like it.
Doesn't really fit.
No, Catherine. It's good.
So, when do you think they'll leave?
Oh, there's no way to know. Mathematicians are insane. I went to this conference in Toronto last fall. I'm young, right? I mean, I'm in shape. I thought I could hang with the big boys. Wrong. I've never been so exhausted in my life. It was like 48 hours straight of nonstop partying. There's drinking and drugs and papers and lectures.
Drugs?
Yeah. Amphetamines, mostly. I mean, I don't. But some of the older guys are hooked.
Really?
They think they need it.
Why?
They think math is a young man's game, so they need it to stay sharp. There's a fear their creativity peaks at around 23, and then it's all downhill from there. Once you hit 50, it's basically over. You may as well be teaching high school.
That's what my father thought.
Well, I don't know. I mean, some people stay prolific.
Not many.
No, you're right. All the big ideas, it's mostly young guys.
Young guys.
Yeah, young people.
But it is men, mostly.
Oh, no, there's some women.
Who?
Well, there's that lady from Stanford. I can't remember her name.
Sophie Germain.
Yeah, I think I've seen her at meetings, but I've never met her.
She was born in Paris in 1776.
Then I definitely have never met her.
She was trapped in her house. You know, the French Revolution was going on, the terror. She had to stay inside for safety, and to pass the time, she read books in her father's study, the Greeks. Later, she tried to get a real education, but the schools didn't allow women. So she wrote letters. She wrote to Gauss. She used a man's name, Antoine Auguste Leblanc. She sent him some proofs involving a certain kind of prime number, important work. He was delighted to correspond with such a brilliant young man. Dad gave me a book about her.
Oh, I'm stupid. Sophie Germain, of course.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, Germain primes.
Right.
Yeah, they're famous. Double them and add one, and you get another prime. Like 2. 2 is prime, double plus 1 is 5. Another prime.
Right. Or 92,305 times 2 to the 16,998th power plus 1.
That's right.
That's the biggest one. Well, the biggest one ever.
So did you ever find out who she was? Gauss?
Yeah, later a mutual friend told him that the brilliant young man was a woman. He wrote to her, "A taste for the mysteries of numbers is excessively rare, but when a person of the sex which, according to our customs and prejudices, must encounter infinitely more difficulties than men,
to familiarize herself with these thorny researches, succeeds, nevertheless, in penetrating the most obscure parts of them, and without a doubt she must have the noblest courage, most extraordinary talents, and superior genius. I memorized it.
Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
That's okay. I'm sorry. About yesterday, I wasn't helpful. The work you're doing. Take as long as you need upstairs.
No, I was being pushy.
I was awful.
No, it was my fault. But my timing is just terrible. And I'm starting to think you're right anyway.
What?
About it all being junk.
Yes.
I was reading through a lot of stuff this morning, just skimming, and aside from the book I stole,
Sorry about that.
oh, no,
I shouldn't have called the police.
it was my fault.
Yeah.
The point is that aside from that book, I think it's the only lucid one. And it has only writing, there's no math in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend the next couple of days reading, but if I don't find anything,
Back to the drums
yeah.
and your own research.
Such as it is,
Well, what's wrong with it?
it's not exactly setting the world on fire.
Oh, come on.
It sucks, basically.
Harold.
It's just all my papers are turned down, and for all the right reasons. It's all just trivial stuff. None of the big ideas are there.
Well, it's not about big ideas. It's work. You've got to chip away at the problem.
That's not what your dad did.
And I think it was, in a way. He'd attack a question from the side, from some weird angle, sneak up on it, grind away at it. He was slogging. He was just so much faster than everyone else that from the outside it looked magical.
I don't know.
I'm just guessing.
I mean, his work was beautiful. You could read it for pleasure. There's not a wasted move. It's all just streamlined. Like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's just elegant.
Yeah.
And that's what you can't duplicate, or at least I can't. When you get to a certain point, when you realize it's not going to happen, you readjust your expectations. I enjoy teaching.
You might come up with something.
I'm 28, remember? Downhill slope.
Have you tried speed? I've heard it helps.
Yeah.
So, how? What do you do for sex? At your conferences.
Oh,
Isn't that why people hold conferences? Travel, room service, tax-deductible sex, and big hotel beds.
maybe. I wouldn't know.
So what do? All you guys.
Well, we're all scientists.
So?
Well, so there's a lot of experimentation.
Oh, I see. That was nice.
Really?
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
I always liked you.
You did?
I would see you go in your dad's office at school. I wanted to talk to you, but I thought to myself, no, you do not flirt with your doctoral advisor's daughter.
Especially when your advisor is crazy.
Especially then.
You came here once. 4 years ago. Do you remember?
I can't believe you do. I was bringing a draft of my thesis to your dad. Jesus, I was so nervous.
You looked nervous.
I can't believe you remember that.
I remember you. I thought you seemed not boring.
How long have you been up?
A while.
Did I ever sleep?
No.
Is your sister awake?
No, she's flying out in a couple hours. I should probably wake her.
No. Let her sleep. She was doing some pretty serious drinking with the theoretical physicist last night.
I'll make her some coffee when she gets up.
So, Sunday mornings, I usually like to go out, get the paper, have some breakfast.
Okay.
You want to come?
Oh. No, I should probably stick around till Claire leaves.
Oh. Okay.
Okay?
Do you mind if I stay?
No, you can work if you want.
Oh. Should I?
If you want to.
Do you want me to go?
Do you want to go?
No, I want to stay here with you.
Oh.
I want to spend the day with you if possible. I want to spend as much time as I can with you. Unless, of course, I'm coming on too strong and scaring you, then I'll begin backpedaling immediately. So, is it embarrassing to say that last night was wonderful?
It's only embarrassing if I don't agree.
Well,
Don't be embarrassed. Here,
what's this?
it's a key.
Ah,
Try it.
where?
Bottom drawer of the desk in my dad's office.
What's in there?
One way to find out, Professor.
Okay, now? Oh. Oh.
Oh, good morning.
Please, don't yell. Please?
Are you all right?
No. Those fucking physicists.
What happened?
Thanks a lot for leaving me alone with them.
Where were your friends?
Oh, my stupid friends left. It was 11 o'clock. They had to go home and pay their babysitters or bake bread or something. God, I don't know. Then, I'm left alone with these lunatics.
Why did you drink so much?
I thought I could keep up. I thought they'd stop. They didn't. Oh God, have another tequila.
Do you want some coffee?
Oh, in a minute. That band?
Yeah.
They were terrible.
They're okay. They had fun, I think.
Well, as long as everyone had fun. Your dress turned out all right.
I love it.
You do?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I was surprised you even wore it.
I love it, Claire. Thanks.
Oh, honey, you're welcome. You're in a good mood.
Should I not be?
Are you kidding? No, I'm thrilled. I'm leaving in a few hours.
I know.
The house is a wreck. Don't clean it up yourself. I'll hire someone to come in.
Thanks. You want your coffee?
No, thank you.
It's no trouble.
Hold on a sec, Katie. I'm leaving soon.
You said. I know.
I would still like you to come to New York.
Yes, January.
I would like you to move to New York.
Move.
Would you think about it? For me? I mean, you could stay with us at first, there's plenty of room, and then you could find your own place. I've already started scouting out some apartments for you, really cute places.
What would I do in New York?
Well, what are you doing here?
I live here.
You could do anything you want. You could work. You could go back to school.
I don't know, Claire, this is pretty
I
major.
didn't realize that.
I know you mean well. I don't know what I want to do. To be honest, you were right yesterday. I do feel a little confused. I'm tired. It's been a pretty weird couple of years. I just think I need some more time to figure things out.
You could do that in New York.
And I could do it here.
Oh, honey, it would be so much easier for me to get you set up in an apartment in New York.
I don't need an apartment. I'll stay in the house.
We're selling the house.
What?
I'm selling it.
When?
I'm hoping to sign the paperwork this week. I know this seems sudden.
No one was here looking at the place. Who are you selling it to?
The university. They've wanted the block for years.
I live here.
Honey, now that Dad's gone, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's in bad shape. It costs a fortune to heat, and besides, it's time to let it go. Mitch agrees this is a very smart move, and we are so lucky. We have such a great offer.
Where am I supposed to live?
Come to New York.
Oh, I can't believe this.
This would be so great for you. You deserve a change. It would be like a whole new adventure for
Why
you.
are you doing this?
I want to help.
By kicking me out of my
Well,
house.
it's my house too.
You haven't lived here for years.
I know that. You were on your own, and I really regret that, Katie.
Don't.
I know I let you down. I feel awful about that. But now I'm trying to help.
Oh, now you want to help.
Yes,
Dad is dead.
I know.
He's dead. Now that he's dead, you fly in for the weekend and just decide you want to help? You're late. Where have you been? Where were you for the last 5 years? You weren't helping then.
I was working.
I was here. I lived with him alone.
I was working 14-hour days. I paid every bill here. I paid the mortgage on this 3-bedroom house while I was living in a studio in Brooklyn.
You got to have your life. You finished
You
school.
could have stayed in school!
How?
I would have done anything. I told you that. I told you 1,000,000 times to do anything you wanted.
What about Dad? Someone had to take
He
care
was
of him.
ill. He should have been in a long-term professional care situation.
No, he didn't belong in the nut house.
He may have been better off.
How can you say that?
This is where I'm meant to feel guilty, right?
Sure, go
I
for
can't
it.
heartless my own father.
He needed to be here, in his own house, near the university, near his students, near everything that made him happy.
Maybe. Or maybe some real professional care would have done him more good than rattling around in this filthy house with you looking after him. Oh, I'm sorry, Catherine. It's not your fault. It's my fault for letting you do it.
I was right to keep him here.
No.
What about his remission? 4 years ago, he was healthy for almost a year.
And then he went right back downhill again. Did you do any work ever again?
No.
No. And you might have been better.
Better than what?
Living here with him didn't do you any good. You said that yourself. And you had so much talent.
You think I'm like Dad?
I think you have some of his talents, yes. And some of his tendency toward instability.
Claire, in addition to the cute apartments you scouted for me in New York, would you by any chance also have devoted some of your considerable energies toward scouting out another type of living facility for your
No.
bunkhouse little sister?
Absolutely not. That is not what this is about.
Don't lie to me, Claire. I am smarter than you.
The resources. I've investigated.
Oh my
All
God.
I'm saying is that the doctors in New York and the people are the best. And it would be entirely up to you.
Fuck
You wouldn't live
you.
anywhere you didn't want to, and I would do anything. Mitch would do anything.
I am covering that. Now, please calm down. Like,
What are you doing here?
A while.
When were you gonna tell me?
I wasn't sure if I wanted to.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
What is going on? I thought you'd like to see it.
Thank you.
What is it?
It's incredible.
What is it?
It's a proof. Oh, at least I think it's a proof. No, it's a proof. It's a very long proof. I haven't checked it yet. I don't even know if I could check it, but if it is a proof of what I think it's a proof of, then it is a very important proof.
And what does it prove?
It proves a theorem, a mathematical theorem about prime numbers. It's something mathematicians have been trying to solve since there were mathematicians, basically. Most people thought it could be done.
Where did you find that?
In your dad's study, Kathy told me about it.
You know about this?
Sure.
Is it good?
Yes.
It's incredible. It's historic if it checks
Oh,
out.
what does it say?
I don't know. I haven't read it all yet.
Oh, okay, but what does this mean?
It means that at a time when everybody thought your dad was crazy or barely functioning, he was working on some of the most important mathematics in the world. It means that if this checks out, it means you publish instantly. It means newspapers from all over the world are going to want to talk to the person who found this notebook.
Kathy.
Kathy.
I didn't find it.
Yes, you did.
No. Well, did you find it or did Hal find it?
I didn't find it.
I didn't find it. I wrote it.
Don't wait till the finish.
Hello?
How did you know I was here?
I heard you.
Thought you were asleep.
On a beautiful day like this? No.
Do you need anything?
No.
I'm going to the store.
Oh, what's for dinner?
What do you want?
Not spaghetti.
All right.
Disgusting stuff.
That's what I was going to make.
Ah, you see, I had a feeling. Good thing I said something. You make that too much.
What do you want?
I don't know. What do you have a taste for?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
I don't care. I thought pasta would be easy.
Oh, jeez, don't even say that word. Pasta. It sounds like surrender. Pasta. I thought pasta would be easy. Yes, it would. You boil water. Pasta. Pasta. It doesn't mean anything. It's a euphemism invented by people who got sick of eating spaghetti.
Dad, what do you want?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know what to get.
Then I will shop.
No. No, Dad, rest.
I wanted to take a walk anyway.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. How about a nice walk to the lake? You and me.
All right.
And then on the way home, we'll stop by the store, see what jumps out at us.
It's warm. It would be nice if you're up for it.
Oh, you're damn right I'm up for it. We'll work up a really good appetite, huh? Just give me a few minutes, I'll clean up this crap, and we will be out the door.
I'm going to school.
Yeah. When?
I'm going to start at Northwestern at the end of the month.
Northwestern.
They were great about my credits. They're taking it as a sophomore. I wasn't sure when to talk to you about it.
Northwestern.
Yeah,
Why not Chicago?
you still teach there. I'm sorry, it's just too weird taking classes in your department.
Hmm. So it's just a long ride.
Not that long, half an hour.
Yeah, but still, you know, twice a day.
Dad, I'd live there.
Oh. Oh, you'd want to live in Evanston.
Yeah, I'll still be close. I can come home whenever you want. But you've been well, really well for almost 7 months. I don't think you need me here every minute of the day.
This is a done deal? You're in?
Yes,
You sure?
yes.
Who pays for this?
They're giving me a free ride, Dad. They've been great.
Yeah, well, of course, on tuition. What about books and clothes and food and gas? Do you plan to have a social life?
I don't know.
Well, you're going to have to pay for the dates. I mean, the first few dates. I would say pay for the first 3 dates, otherwise they start to expect something.
The money will be fine. Claire's gonna help out.
When did you talk to Claire?
I don't know, a couple weeks ago?
Ah! So you talked to her before you talked to me.
There were some details to work out. She was great. She offered to take care of all the expenses.
This is a big step, Catherine. This is a different city.
It's not even a long-distance phone call.
The place is huge. They are serious up there. I mean, yeah, the football team is lousy, but the math guys, I mean, they don't play around. You haven't been in school. Are you sure you're ready? I mean, you could get buried up there.
I'll be all right.
You're going to be behind
I know.
at least a year.
Thank you. I know. Look, I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know if I can handle the work. I don't know if I can handle any of it.
That's why you should have spoken to me first.
Dad, look, if it ever turned out that you needed me here full-time,
Oh, that's no.
I can always take a semester
No,
off.
that's not it. The end of the month, huh? God. Why didn't you say something?
Dad, come on, it took a while to set this up, and until very recently, you weren't...
No, well, wait. You just sat there and told me I was doing fine.
Yes, but I didn't know, nobody knew if this would last. I told myself to wait until I was sure about you, that you were okay again, consistently okay.
Oh, so I see. So this whole conversation is a vote of confidence in me. Well, I'm honored.
Take it however you want. I believed you'd get better.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. I had to. I was living with you.
That's enough! Catherine, you stick to the subject.
This is the subject. There were library books stacked up to the ceiling. Do you remember that? You were trying to decode messages.
The fucking books are gone, right? I brought them back, all by myself. Why do you gotta bring up that garbage for? Mr. Dobbs?
Hi. I hope it's not a bad time.
You couldn't have picked worse. You've interrupted an argument.
I'm sorry. I can come back.
No, that's okay. We needed a break.
Are you sure?
Yeah. The argument was about the argument was about dinner. We don't know what to eat. Any suggestions?
Well, I know a really good pasta place.
Brilliant idea.
Jesus Lord, no!
What's it called? Give me the address.
No, wrong answer. Thank you for trying.
I can come back.
I'll stay. Where are you going?
Inside.
Well, what about dinner?
What about him?
What are you doing here, Doc?
I'm sorry. My timing is really off.
Don't be silly.
I'll just come to your office.
No, come in. I'm glad to have you. Sit down. Not there. Now look, Al. Don't let the whole dinner thing throw you, okay? You're gonna bounce back on this. This could be good for us. We could ease off the problem, let it breathe, come at it again when it's not looking.
Fine. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I'm being rude. Catherine, stay, please, have a drink with us. Hal, this is my daughter, Catherine. Catherine, this is Harold Dowes.
Hi.
Hal is in our graduate program, working on his PhD, and it is promising stuff. Unfortunately for him, his work coincided with my return to the department, and he got stuck with me.
No, I've been very lucky.
So how long have you been at U of C?
Well, I've been working on my thesis.
Hal's in what we call our infinite program. The closer he gets to completing his dissertation, the closer time gets to infinity. It's a math joke. Drink, Hal?
Yes, please. And with all due respect,
Oh, you're kidding. You're kidding! You must have had one hell of a few months.
it was the worst summer of my life.
Congratulations.
It's just a draft. It's based on everything we talked about last spring. I wasn't sure if I should wait until the semester started or bring it to you now or start over or just hold off or I don't know. So I figured just fuck it, you know? Just, I thought I'd come here and see if you were home.
Now drink this.
Thank you. I just figured if it felt like it was done, maybe it is.
Yeah, no, wrong. See, if it feels like it's done, that means there are major errors. But that's okay, because we find them and we fix them. Yeah, don't worry. Oh, Hal, your future is bright. You will be teaching younger, more irritating versions of yourself before you know it.
Thank you.
Catherine here is in the math department at Northwestern.
Oh, who are you working with?
I'm just starting this fall, undergrad.
Yeah, she starts in, what, 3 weeks?
A little more.
They got some good people up there in Northwestern. O'Donoghue, Kaminsky.
Yes,
They're gonna work your ass off.
I know.
You're gonna have to run really fast just to catch up.
Think I can do it?
Of course you can.
You must be very excited.
I am.
You know, the first year of school can be great.
Yeah?
Yeah, new people, new places, getting out of the house.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, absolutely. Getting the hell out of here. I'll be glad to see the back of her.
Really?
Yes. Has it never occurred to you that perhaps I would like the place to myself for some peace and quiet? It is awful, Hal, how children sentimentalize their parents. Yeah. I'll be glad to have some peace and quiet.
Oh, don't worry. I'll come back. I'll be here every Sunday cooking up big vats of pasta to last you through the week.
And I'll drive up to Evanston and parade around campus and embarrass you in front of all your classmates.
Oh, good. So we'll be in touch.
Yes. And if you get stuck with a problem, oh, you could call me on the telephone.
Thanks. Same to you.
Make sure you leave your number. Be nice to have a little peace and quiet so I can get some work done around here.
Oh, what are you working on?
Nothing. Nothing at the moment. Which is the way I like it. You see, this is the time of year you don't want to get tied down to anything. You want to be outside. I love Chicago in September. The air, perfect. The boats are on the water. Cubs are losing. The sun is warm and yet sometimes hot. And yet there's an occasional blast of Arctic air to keep you on your toes. Remind you that winter's coming. And all the students are returning. The bookstores are filled. Everybody's busy. I was in a bookstore just the other day, just watching the students browse. Students do a lot of browsing. You ever notice that? Just shuffling along with their backpack, taking up space, goofing around, not doing much of anything. You would call it loitering, except every now and again, they go to the shelf, they pick out a book, and they start to thumb through the pages. Browsing. I admire it. It's an honest way to kill an afternoon. In the back of a bookstore, going through a crate of some old records and books and magazines that someone's getting rid of. Just looking. Not looking for anything, just looking. What the hell, just touching. Touching the book jackets. Going through to see what somebody underlined. And if you get really lucky, maybe you find something great, like an old thriller from the 1940s with the cover painted on. If you get really lucky, maybe you find an old textbook that one of your professors used when he was a student here. And his name is carefully written inside. I love to watch the students. I love to wonder what it is they're going to buy. What it is that they're going to read. I wonder what ideas they're going to come up with when they sit down, settle in, and get to work. Work. Yeah, I'm not working on much of anything these days. Gets harder. And it's a stereotype that happens to be true, unfortunately for me. You. Maybe all of us.
Maybe you'll get lucky.
Maybe I will. Maybe you'll pick up where I left off.
Don't hold your breath.
Don't underestimate this.
Anyway,
Yeah, so, hey, what do you say? Captain Hal, how about another drink, huh?
no thanks.
Oh, no, I should go actually.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, listen, I will give you a call when I'm done reading through this. Now, pay attention. Until then, forget about this. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. Relax. Go see some movies,
Okay.
all right? You can come by the office next week sometime. Call it.
The 11th?
Yeah, the 11th. Oh, I'm sorry. I used to have a pretty good memory for numbers. Happy birthday!
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassed.
Dad, don't be stupid.
I didn't get you anything.
Don't worry about it.
I'll take you out.
Dad, you don't have to.
I'm going to take you out for dinner. I didn't want to shop and cook. What do you feel like having? Well, I don't know. It's your, we'll get the hell out of this neighborhood. We'll go to Germantown or the North Side, maybe Greektown. I don't know what's good anymore.
Whatever you want.
Or whatever you want. It's your birthday.
Steak.
Steak it is.
No. First beer. Really cold beer, really cheap beer.
Done.
That Chicago beer that's watery with no flavor and you can just drink gallons of it.
Yeah. It's like they took the water from Lake Michigan and just shoved it in the bottle.
It's so awful.
Yeah, I think I have a taste for it.
Then the steak. Grilled really black and potatoes and cream spinach.
Oh, there's a place. Now, if it's still there, that'll do the trick.
And dessert?
Of course, dessert. It's your birthday. Hooray! And there it is. There is the solution to our dinner problem. Thank you, Harold Dobbs, for reminding me.
Oh, we're being rude. Do you want to come?
Yeah, join us.
Oh, no,
You sure?
I shouldn't. I
Oh,
shouldn't.
come on.
No, I have plans actually.
Oh, all right, then. I will see you on the 11th.
Great.
I'm gonna go get changed, Dad. I will be right back.
Great. September 4th. A good day.
So many each day. Love flickering by. I tire myself out just so I can rest.
wrote this?
Yes.
When?
I started after I quit school. Finished a few months before Dad died.
Did he see it?
No, he didn't know I was working on it. It wouldn't have mattered to him anyway. He was too sick.
I don't understand. You worked on this by yourself?
Yes, it's in Dad's notebook. I used one of his blank books. There were a bunch of them upstairs.
Tell me exactly where you found this?
In your dad's study?
In his desk. I gave him the key.
Hold on. Where did you find it?
It was in the bottom drawer of the desk in the study. Kathy gave me the key.
And why was the drawer locked?
It's mine. It's the drawer I keep my private things in. I've used it for
Was
years.
there anything else in the drawer?
No.
No.
Can I see it? I'm sorry. You told him where to find it. You gave him the key. You wrote this incredible thing, and you didn't tell anyone.
I'm telling you both now. Look, after I dropped out of school, I had nothing to do. I was depressed. Really depressed, but at a certain point I just decided, fuck it. I don't need them. It's just math. I can do it on my own. So I kept working here. I worked at night after Dad had gone to sleep. It was hard, but I did it.
Catherine, I'm sorry, but I find this very hard to believe.
Claire, I wrote the proof.
I'm sorry.
Claire,
This is Don's handwriting.
it's not.
It looks exactly like it.
It's my writing.
I'm sorry.
Ask Hal. He's been looking at Dad's stuff for weeks.
I don't know.
Hal, come on.
Well, what does it look like?
I don't know what Catherine's handwriting looks like.
It looks like that.
Okay. Okay.
I think. You know what? I think it's early and people are tired and not in the best state to make decisions about emotional things. So maybe we should all just take a deep breath.
You don't believe me.
I don't know. I really don't know anything about this.
No, never mind. I don't know why I expected you to believe me about anything.
You would tell us the proof that would show that you wrote it.
You wouldn't understand it.
So tell it to Hal.
We could talk through it together. It might take a while.
But you can't use the book.
For God's sakes, it's 40 pages long. I didn't memorize it. It's not a muffin recipe. This is stupid. It's my book. My writing, my key, my drawer, my proof. Hal, tell her.
Tell her what?
Whose book is that?
I don't know.
What's the matter with you? You've been looking at his other stuff. You know there's nothing even remotely like this.
Look, Catherine,
Then we'll sit down. We'll talk through it together. Claire will please give me my book back.
All right. Talking through it.
that's going to take some time, and it still won't show that she wrote it.
Why not?
Your dad could have written it and then explained it to you later. There's no proof that you wrote this.
Of course not, but come on. He didn't do this. He couldn't have. He didn't do any mathematics for years, and even in the good year he couldn't work. You know that. You're supposed to be a scientist.
Okay, you're right. I have an idea. I know a couple of guys down at the department. They're disinterested. They knew your dad. They knew his work. I'll take this to them.
What?
I'll tell them we found something potentially major and there's a question of the authorship. I'll bring it to them. We'll go through it carefully.
Good.
To find out exactly what we've got here. It'll probably take a few days and then we'll have a lot more information.
I think that's an excellent suggestion.
No.
Catherine.
No, you can't take it.
I'm not taking it!
This is what you wanted.
Jesus, no.
You don't waste any time, do you? No hesitation. You can't wait to show them your brilliant discovery.
I'm trying to determine what this is.
I am telling you what this is.
You don't know.
I wrote it.
It's your father's handwriting! Or at least it looks a lot like the writing in the other books. Maybe your handwriting looks a lot like his, I don't know.
It does look like his. I didn't show this to anyone else. I could have. I wanted you to be the first one to see it. I didn't know I wanted that until last night. It's me. I trusted you.
I know.
Was I wrong?
No,
I should have known that she wouldn't believe me, but why don't you?
This is one of his books. It's the same exact type that he
I
used.
told you I used one of his blank books. There were extras.
There are no extra books in the study.
There were when I started writing the proof. I bought them for him. He must have used the rest up later.
And the writing?
Do you want to test the handwriting?
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, he could have dictated it to you, for Christ's sake. It just doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Because I'm a mathematician. I know how hard it would be to come up with something like this.
So?
It's practically impossible. I mean, it would basically take your dad. Your dad at the peak of his powers.
I'm a mathematician too.
Not like your dad.
Oh, and he's the only one who could have done this?
The only one I know.
Are you sure?
Your dad was the most amazing.
Just because you and the rest of the geeks worshipped him doesn't mean he wrote this proof, Hal.
He was the best. Our generation hasn't produced anyone like him. He revolutionized the field twice before he was 22. I'm sorry, Catherine. You just took some courses at Northwestern for a few months.
My education wasn't at Northwestern. It was living in this house for 25 years.
Even so, it doesn't matter. This work is too advanced. Even I don't understand most of it.
Oh, you think it's too advanced?
Yes,
It's too advanced for you.
you could not have done this work.
But what if I did?
Well, what if?
Be a real disaster for you, wouldn't it? And the rest of the geeks who barely finished their PhDs, who were marking time doing lame research, bragging about the conferences they go to, wow, playing in an awful band, and whining that they're intellectually past it at 28 because they are. Katie, let's go inside. Katie, stop it.
Catherine? 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 I thought you were leaving.
I had to delay my flight.
Is Catherine here?
This isn't a good time, Hal.
Can I see her?
Not now.
What's the matter?
She's sleeping.
Can I just wait here until she gets up?
She's been sleeping since yesterday. She won't get up, she won't eat, she won't talk to me. I couldn't go home.
I'm going to wait until she seems okay to travel.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'd like to talk with her.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Has she said anything?
About you?
Yesterday, I know I didn't do what she wanted.
Neither of us did.
I feel terrible. I didn't know what to say.
Why did you sleep with her?
I'm sorry, but that's none of your business.
Bullshit. I have to take care of her. It's a little harder with you jerking her around.
I wasn't jerking her around. It just happened.
Well, your timing was not great.
It wasn't my timing. It was
Why
both
did you
of
do
ours.
it? You know what she's like. She's fragile and you took advantage of her.
No, it's what we both wanted. I didn't mean to hurt her.
You did.
I'd like to talk to Catherine, please.
You can't.
So you're just gonna drag her off
Yes.
to New York.
Yes.
You're just gonna drag her off to New York.
If I have to.
Don't you think she should have a say in whether or not she
Well,
goes?
she's not going to speak. What else can I do?
Let me try. Let me talk to her.
Please, Hal, give up. This has nothing to do with you.
I know her. She's a lot tougher than you think, Claire.
I'm sorry.
What? She can handle herself. She can handle talking to me. Maybe it'll help. Maybe she'd like it.
Maybe she'd like it. Are you out of your fucking mind? You're the reason why she's up there. Right now, you have no idea what she needs. You don't know her. She's my sister. Jesus. Fucking mathematicians. You don't think. You don't know anything. You just stagger around creating these catastrophes. And it's people like me who have to fly in and clean them up. She needs to get out of Chicago, out of this house. I'll give you my number in New York. You can call her once she's settled. That's it. That's the deal.
Okay.
I don't mean to be rude, but I have a lot to do.
There's one more thing. You're not gonna like it.
Sure, you can take the notebook. Hold on a sec. Let me get it for you.
I thought this would be a lot harder.
Oh, don't worry, I understand. It's very sweet that you want to see Catherine, but of course you'd like to see the notebook as well.
No, as a professional, it's my responsibility.
Relax! I don't care. Take it. What would I do with it?
Are you sure?
Yes, of course.
You trust me with this?
Yes.
You just said I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I think you're a little bit of an idiot, but you're not dishonest. Someone needs to figure out what's in that notebook. I can't do it. It should be done here. It's Chicago. My father would like that. And when you decide what we have, just let me know what the family should do.
Thank you.
Oh, please don't thank me. It was by far the most convenient option available. I did put my card in there. Call me whenever you want.
Okay.
Hal,
Yeah?
could you tell me about it? The proof. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it'll take some time. How much math have you got?
I'm a currency analyst. Helps to be very quick with numbers, which I am. I probably inherited about 1/1000th of my father's ability. Trust me, it's enough. Catherine got more. I'm not sure how much.
Dad? Dad? What are you doing out here?
Working.
It's December. It's 30 degrees.
I know that.
Don't you need a coat?
Don't you think I can make that assessment for myself?
Aren't you cold?
Yes, I am. I'm freezing my ass off.
What are you doing out here?
Thinking. Writing.
You're gonna freeze.
It's too hot inside. The radiators, they make the air dry. And the clanking, I can't concentrate. If our house were not so old, then we would have central air heating. But it is, so we don't. So I have to come out here to get any work done.
I'll turn off the radiators. They won't make any noise. Come inside. It isn't safe.
I'm okay.
I've been calling. Didn't you hear the phone?
It's distracting.
I didn't know what was going on. I had to drive all the way down here.
I see that.
I had to skip class. Why don't you answer the phone?
I'm sorry, Catherine. This is a matter of priorities, and work takes priorities, and you know that.
You're working?
I am working, goddammit! I say I, the machinery. The machinery is working. It's firing on all cylinders. I'm on fire. That's why I had to come out here to cool down.
You're kidding.
No,
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either, but it's true. It started about a week ago. I came downstairs to have a cup of coffee, and before I could pour it in the milk, it's like someone put a light on in my head.
Really?
Not like the whole power grid. I lit up, and suddenly it's like no time has passed since I was 21 years old.
You're kidding.
No, I'm back in touch with it. I'm in touch with the source, the font, the source of my creativity, whatever it was all those years ago. I'm sitting on top of it. It's a geyser, and it's shooting me right up into the air.
Oh my God.
And I'm not talking about divine inspiration. The information is not funneling into my head and onto the page. It is going to take a tremendous amount of work to shape these things. This won't be easy. This will not be easy. This is going to take a tremendous amount of work. But the raw material is there. It's like I've been driving, and the lanes have opened up, and suddenly I can accelerate, and I see new landscapes. I see revolutionary possibilities. I see new places for the work to go. I am going to get all of the branches of the profession to talk to each other. I'm being rude. How's school?
Fine.
Are you working hard?
Yes.
Have you made any friends?
Dad, of
Is
course.
the faculty being good to you?
Yes.
Are you dating?
Dad, hold on.
Well, no details are necessary if you don't want to share with me, but I am curious.
School is great. I want to talk about what you're doing.
Yes, great. Let's talk about this.
So, this work,
Yes,
is this it?
parts of it, yes.
Can I see it?
It's not finished. This is a work in progress. It could take years to complete this.
That's okay, I don't mind.
You're interested in this?
Yes.
You sure? You have a genuine interest in this?
Dad, of course.
Of course. This is your field.
Yes.
Do you know how happy that makes me?
Yes.
Oh, I think there's enough here to last me the rest of my life. Not just me. I was beginning to think that I was through. I was very happy, don't get me wrong. I was glad to go to the office and have a life, but deep inside I was starting to be terrified that I would never work again. Did you know that?
I wondered.
Absolutely fucking terrified. But then I thought of something, I remembered something, and it made the terror go away. I remembered you. You were just getting started. Your creative work was just beginning, and you were going to get your degree and begin your own work. If you had not got into mathematics, that would have been okay. Claire has done well for herself. I'm satisfied with her. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to embarrass you. I think that's why we have children. So they will survive us and then accomplish the things that we can't. But now I'm back. And now I have another idea, a better idea.
What?
You have your own work. And I don't want you to neglect that. You cannot neglect that. But I could probably use some help with this. Work with me. If you can work it out with your schedule and your courses, I could probably be of some use there. I could probably make some phone calls and get your schedule. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, enough bullshit. You wanted to see something? Here we go. This is a rough outline for a proof. Major results, important work. Nothing is complete, but I think you can see where the work is going. Yeah. Here. It's rough.
Dad, let's go inside.
Oh, the gaps make it difficult to follow. Here, start from the beginning. Let's read this through.
No, you're cold. Let's go in.
You know, this might be the place to start. Right here, yes. Let's go through this. Read this to me.
No, come on.
No,
Inside.
it's too hot inside, and the clanking, I can't concentrate. Look, this is how we do it, Catherine. We go through the argument, bit by bit, piece by piece. We find where we can make it better. Where can we make it shorter? Come on, let's collaborate.
No, come on.
No, this is how we do it. We have to do this. I've been waiting years for this. Let's work together.
We can't do it out here. It's freezing. I'm taking you inside.
Not until we talk about the proof.
No.
God damn it, Catherine! Go for the goddamn book and read me the goddamn lines!
Let x equal the quantity of all quantities of x. Let x equal the cold. It is cold in December. The months of cold equal November through February. There are 4 months of cold and 4 of heat, leaving 4 months of indeterminate temperature. In February it snows. In March the lake is a lake of ice. In September the students come back and the bookstores are full. Let x equal the month of full bookstores. The number of books approaches infinity as the number of months of cold approaches 4. I will never be as cold now as I will in the future. The future of cold is infinite. The future of heat is the future of cold. The bookstores are infinite and so are never full except in September. It's all right. We'll get you inside.
Ah, I'm cold.
We'll warm you up. Come on.
Don't leave. Please.
I won't. Let's get inside. It's good coffee. It's all They roast them themselves. They have this old roaster down in the basement. Oh, you could smell it from the street. Some mornings you could smell it from our place 4 stories up. It's wonderful. Manhattan's best, or some magazine wrote it up. I don't know about that, but it is very good.
Sounds good.
You like it?
Good.
You look nice.
Thanks. So do you.
Gosh, it's bright.
Yes.
It's one of the things I do miss, all the space, the light. You could sit out here all morning.
It's not that warm.
Are you cold?
No.
It has gotten chilly. I'm sorry. Do you want to go inside?
No, I'm fine.
I just thought it might be nice to have a quick cup of coffee out here.
It
and
is.
Plus the kitchen's all packed up, but if you're cold, do you want your jacket?
Sure.
Here.
Thanks.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, I can feel it coming.
Honey, there's no hurry.
I know.
If you want to stay here, be alone for a while.
No, it's no big deal.
We don't have to leave for another 20 minutes or so.
I know. Thanks, Claire.
You're all packed.
Yes.
Well, if you forgot anything, it doesn't really matter. The movers will send us everything next month. I know this is hard.
It's fine.
This is the right decision.
I know.
I'm going to do everything I can to make this a smooth transition for you, and so will Mitch.
Good.
Plus, it's the departure that's the actual hard part. Once we get there, we can relax,
I know.
enjoy ourselves. You're going to love New York.
Can't wait.
You're going to love it. It's the most exciting city.
I know.
It's really not like Chicago. It's live.
Read about that.
I think you truly feel at home there.
You know what I'm looking forward to?
What?
Seeing Broadway musicals.
Mitch can get us tickets to whatever you'd like.
And Rockefeller Center for dinner, all the skaters.
Okay, let's go.
And the many fine museums.
I know this is hard for you.
Listening to you say how hard it is for me is what's hard for me.
But once we get there, you see all the possibilities that are available.
Yeah, restraints, lithium, electroshocks.
Schools. In the New York area alone, there's NYU, Columbia.
Oh, bright college days, football games, road trips, necking on the quad.
Or, if that's not what you want, we can help you find a job. Mitch has terrific contacts all over town.
Does he know somebody in the phone sex industry?
Jesus, I want to make this as easy a transition as I can.
Oh, it's gonna be easy. Claire's gonna be so fucking easy, you won't believe it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna sit quietly in the plane to New York and live quietly in my cute apartment and answer Dr. von Heimlich's questions very politely.
You can see a doctor, or you can see no doctor.
I'd like to see a doctor named Dr. von Heimlich. Please find one. And I'd like him to wear a monocle. And I'd like him to have a very soft, well-upholstered couch so I'll be perfectly comfortable while I'm blaming everything on you.
Don't come.
Oh no, I'm coming.
No, stay here. See how you do.
I could.
You couldn't take care of yourself for 5 days.
Oh, bullshit.
You slept all week. I had to cancel my flight. I missed a week of work. I was this close to taking you to the hospital. I couldn't believe it when you finally dragged yourself up.
I was
Oh,
tired.
you were completely out of it, Catherine. You weren't speaking.
I didn't want to talk to you.
Stay here. If you hate me so much.
And do what?
You're the genius. Figure it out.
Oh, you're still here. I just saw Claire leaving out front. I wasn't sure of you. Oh, this fucking thing. It checks out. I've been through it twice. With 2 sets of guys. With the old geeks and with the young geeks. Oh, it is weird. I don't know where some of these techniques came from, and I can't follow some of it, but but we can't find anything wrong with it. There might be something wrong with it, but we can't find it. I have not slept. It works! I thought you wanted to...
I already knew.
I had to swear the guys to secrecy. They were practically jumping out of their skins. You see, one email and it's all over. I threatened them. I think we're safe. They're physical cowards. I had to see you.
I'm leaving.
I know, just wait for a minute, please.
What do you want? You have the book. She told me you came by for it and she gave it to you. Do whatever you want with it. Publish it. Give
Catherine?
Claire's permission and publish it. She doesn't care. She doesn't know anything about it anyway.
I don't want Claire's permission.
Oh, you want mine? Publish. Go for it. Hold a press conference. Tell the world what my father discovered.
I don't want
Or
to.
fuck my father. Pass it off as your own work. Now who cares? Write your own ticket to any math department in the country.
I don't think your father wrote this.
Thought so last week.
That was last week. I spent this week reading the proof. I think I understand it more or less. It uses a lot of newer techniques, things that were invented in the last decade. There's elliptic curves, modular forms. I think I learned more math in the last week than I did in 4 years of grad school.
So?
So, the proof is very hip.
Get some sleep, Hal.
What was your dad doing for the last 10 years? He wasn't well, was he?
Are you done?
I don't think he could have mastered these techniques.
Oh, but he was a genius.
But he was nuts.
So he read about them later.
Maybe. I mean, everything he would have needed is upstairs in the study. Your dad dated everything. Even the most incoherent entries he dated. There's no dates here.
Oh, but the handwriting.
It looks a lot like your dad's, but parents and children can have similar handwriting, especially when they spend so much time together.
Interesting theory.
I like it.
I like it too. It's what I told you last week.
I know.
You blew it! It's a shame, because the rest of it was really good. I always loved your dad. I liked you. I like to spend every minute with you. It's killer stuff. You got laid and you got the notebook. You're a genius.
You're giving me way too much credit. I don't expect you to be happy with me. I just want to talk through it with you before you go. Purely professional. I wouldn't expect anything else.
Forget it.
I mean, we have questions. It must have been amazing to work on this. I'd like to at least hear you talk about it.
No.
You're going to have to deal with this at some point. You can't hide it. You have to get it published. You're going to have to talk to somebody about it. Here, take it and I'll go. Here.
I don't want it.
I'm trying to make things correct, Catherine.
You can't. You hear me? You run over here so pleased with yourself because you changed your mind. Oh, now you're sure. You're so sloppy. You don't know anything. The book, the math, the writing, the dates, all that stuff you decided with your buddies, it's just evidence. It doesn't finish the job. It doesn't prove anything.
Okay. What would?
Nothing. You should have trusted me.
I know. So Claire sold the house?
Yes.
Stay in Chicago. You're an adult.
She wants me in New York. She wants to look after me.
Do you need looking after?
She thinks I do,
You looked after your dad for 5 years.
so maybe it's my turn. I don't know, I kick and scream, but being taken care of doesn't sound so bad. I'm tired. Plus, the house is a wreck. Let's face it, it was my dad's house.
It's a nice house,
It's old.
I guess.
It's drafty as hell. The winters are rough.
That's just Chicago.
Here it's freezing inside or the steam's on full blast and you're stifling.
I like the cold. Keeps you alert.
Wait a few years.
I've lived here all my life.
Yeah?
Sure, just like you.
Still, I don't think I should spend another winter here.
There's nothing wrong with you.
I think I'm like my dad.
I think you are too.
Afraid I'm like my dad.
You're not your dad.
Maybe I will be.
Maybe. Maybe you'll be better.
It didn't feel amazing, or what word did you use?
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, it was just connecting the dots. Yeah, some nights I could connect 3 or 4. Some nights they'd be really far, but I'd have no idea how to get to the next one, if there even was a next one.
You really never knew?
No. I worked after midnight. He was usually in bed.
Every night?
No. Some nights I get stuck and I'd come downstairs and watch TV. You know, if he couldn't sleep, he'd come down and sit with me. We'd talk. Not about math, if he couldn't. We'd talk about the movie we were watching. I'd explain the stories. Or we'd talk about fixing the heat. Decide that we didn't want to, that we liked the radiators even though they clanked in the middle of the night and made the air dry. Or we'd plan breakfast. Talk about what we're going to eat together in the morning. Those nights were usually pretty good. I know it works, but all I can see are the compromises, the approximations, places where it's stitched together, and it's lumpy. Dad's stuff was way more elegant when he was young.
Talk me through it. Whatever's bothering you, maybe you'll improve on it.
I don't know.
Come on, give it a try. Just pick anything. Maybe you'll find something elegant.
Here,